Another episode for
Back at it again.
Yup.
Cut down.
My dang phone been blowing up.
53.
Man.
Not 54, not 55, nor 60. But 53 of them.
Cut day was interesting, man.
It was.
Talk about it. And the season getting ready to start, man. How y'all feel about that?
Ooh-wee. I'm ready for it, man.
Me too.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Man, easy money.
Yup.
Easy money, man. Well, good.
Let them wait.
Yeah, man. Another one.
Final word.
So I know people want to hear from us, man. We were putting that business.
Give it to him, man. Oh, you already know. Cool. That joke said cool.
Hit Mr. Nasty time.
Let's get it, baby.
Hey, but you know, in terms of roster, man, the roster look good, man.
It do, man.
It's not. I say 90% good.
Watch how that beat come back in. Ooh, I love how that beat just come right back in.
Yeah, man. This is one of the coziest holdover music that we go ever hear in our life.
No. The like button, baby. I heard if you hit it, it give you 10 to 15 years of good luck.
Man, that boy's telling the truth. Nothing but the truth.
Smash it. Subscribe too, because we gonna switch it over to subscribers only, and I want y'all to be a part of it. Subscribers.
That's right.
The sub community.
I got everything ready on my end.
I got a new drop, man, that I want to implement.
What you got,
Since we got, I'm gonna put it to you like this. You know how when you Mortal Kombat, when they say Sub-Zero wins. Ooh. So y'all hit that sub button. We want to hit subs. Ooh, boy, I'm thinking of it right now, man. I know you can find it, boss. But not today. Maybe down the line. You know, next week. We'll give you a week or so. Sub-Zero. You know, wins. That gonna be dope.
Man. Yes, yes indeed.
So y'all sub it up, man. If you a Sub-Zero in the chat, let me know, man. If you a sub in the chat, man, let me know.
Man, that boy also creative, dog. Y'all got all messed
Sub-Zero.
up, man. That boy Mr. Creativity all day, man. Real talk. And let's go. Y'all already know. Run it up.
Yeah. Maybe I just wanna run it up. Can we check or something? I've been really in the field, let up. Yeah. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Run it, baby.
Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Rabbit now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, now switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but
Not
baby
feeling
girl,
it.
it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit.
Baby.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
All right, man. It's the final word, and we got the OC out here looking all evil, man. What's going on with you, OC? Oh, my Lord. Oh, my. Say. All right, so I don't even know where to start, man. So let me see. Where we going to start today? Let's see. Let's start with this. This Michael Gallup, man. What's your thoughts on this, man? Because, you know, to me, I'm going to be all the way honest with you. I'm start with you, Big. What's your thoughts on it, big dog? This Michael Gallup.
I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like
already.
Now they say these injuries are 6 to 9 months in recovery, right? He did the surgery in February, and it's exactly like around 6 months. I think we saw Adrian Peterson do the all-worldly thing. I think he came back in 8 months, I believe. What it was like around there, 8-9 months, and he came back crazy. But Adrian Peterson is a different type player. I think I'm gonna just say this: from the past history of me watching Michael Gallup, he's not a fast healer from what I've seen with his other injuries. So, okay. But that just kind of throws me off that they're saying that, okay, he's going to be ready, because when you've seen him with his hamstring injury or when you've seen him have a little ankle injury, it's not like a week or two. It's like 3-4 weeks. You're like, Michael Gallup's still out? So it's just hard for me to believe with him, those prior injuries, and it takes a long time to heal, that he's going to be ready this quickly. But, hey, we'll see.
Well, with that being said, that's a good point. Sometimes he can be all right. He can be fully recovered, what have you. But sometimes you will compensate for those days, and then all of a sudden you will look back and say, man, now his hip is messed up. Oh, we had something like that with Blake Jarwin. You guys remember? They kind of rushed him back. We were seeing Blake Jarwin out there on the field. We were like, hey, Tristan Hill had the same type of injury, and he's not rushed out there. So why are they pressing the need to get Blake Jarwin out there? And people, Cowboy Nation, will turn on you so quick. They will flip it around, and now all of a sudden Blake Jarwin is trash. Blake Jarwin can't do this and can't do that. I don't want that to happen for my guy Michael Gallup. I really want them to slowly push him into the mix, not fastly or hastily pushing him out there, because there could be a situation and scenario that he hurt something else trying to overcompensate for his leg injury.
OC, what you got on that, big dog?
Yeah, man, all great points by you guys. I'm gonna do that every time, man, before I get into my point. But listen, I got 3 things on there. Really great points by all you guys, man. Look, here's the deal with Michael Gallup, and I think it's 3 things, right? I think that, you know, it's the pressure that he feels to come through for the team because he got, you know, a new contract. Hey, so I think on his side, he wants to get back, right? So I think that's a factor. I think 2, there's an element of the Cowboys trying to rush him back, which it really scares me. Right? And I think that at the end of the day, you do not want to be rushed back because, God forbid, he re-injures his knee, or like Law said, he's overcompensating and he injures something else on his body. So I think that the wisest thing to do is to be patient in this scenario, work him in slowly, and see what you got. And then the last thing I'll say is it's a huge difference between being medically healed, right, of a injury, and being physically ready to play at a professional level. That's a big difference. And so he may be physically, technically okay, but that doesn't mean that his body is ready to perform in the National Football League. So I think it's too soon.
Yeah. And the only thing I'll say about it, man, is I think this is typical of the Joneses to infuse marketing with football, because they always trying to give us reasons to have optimism so they can sell tickets. So Michael Gallup said himself when they tried to ask him, are you gonna be ready for week 1? He was like, no. And then you remember that, Law?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, let's just remember what he looked like when they showed him. When they actually showed him run that out route, it was
Gimpy at best. Yeah.
Yeah, so eyes don't lie, man. The eye in the sky don't lie. And the eye actually showed he not gonna be ready. And to the OC's point, I would hate for them to rush him, but I wouldn't be surprised if they was.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Straight up.
So, but obviously people want to get into this cut day. So we can go offense. And this is from Blocking in the Bars. Shout out from Blocking in the Bars. Or we can go defense.
Hey, can I super intercede right quick and say this right quick?
Yeah.
If Alex Leatherwood was a defensive player, I would feel comfortable of us scooping him up, first round talent, and you have the likes of Dan Quinn and what he do with his weapons and his master skills over there. But far as Alex Leatherwood being an offensive guy, we can barely handle with what we got. I don't trust Joe Philbin. I don't really consider him as a guy that can put pieces together, and I don't think that he can recoup Alex Leatherwood's pedigree or first round or first grade talent for this team. Those are my thoughts. And panel, what are yours?
I'm gonna be the first to say I don't know. I gotta do film work on him. I haven't done it yet. I did like him coming out.
Right.
And reports have been that he was misused,
right,
that it could be a political thing as well. That's what I've been hearing in terms of the rumor things. So I would kick his tires.
Right.
I do
Cup of coffee, yeah.
No doubt. Because I do believe in restorations of former first. I do. And Dallas does well at that. They do really good at that. They restore people to former greatness, to me, almost better than any team. What happened with Quinn, right? We saw it happen with Quinn. We saw it happen with Cobb. Let's keep it real. We saw it happen with Amari Cooper. Because everybody like to give, they like to say he made Dak. No, Dak made him. Did anybody go look at the numbers with Amari before he got to Dallas? So, and we finna likely see the same thing with Fowler. So it's a whole lot of reasons I feel real good about it in terms of his pedigree. But I would have to do my due diligence in terms of film research to make sure that I'm gonna have good analysis on him. But based on our history, oh yeah, I would do it just on our history alone.
On that strength of it. I was looking at it. Now you collectively saying it. I was looking at it from a micro or a macro. Is it macro or micro? Y'all help me out.
Macro is when it's
right.
Macro, the big picture. Micro is like when you drill down at it.
Yeah, so it's micro when I look at it from just the offensive line standpoint. But other than that, man, shoot, hey, bring them in for a cup of coffee. What happened here is that the Raiders land, they try to put them on right side, right? And from what I can tell you from college tape, Roll Tide, he played left. So it's a different world. Maybe the OC can break that down going from right to left, right? Can you break that down?
Yes, sir. Yeah, going from right to left, me and Boss Cowboy talked about it on a show we did yesterday. And really the key component is that it is a short edge playing right tackle if you're talking about pass blocking, and it's a long edge playing left tackle, which means that I can take almost a short step, 1 foot back, hands up, and I'm ready for contact at that right tackle position because it's a short corner. When I'm playing left tackle, I have to operate more in space. I have to slide out at least a couple kicks and be comfortable operating in a 3 to 5 yard radius. And so my timing, my feet, my angles, all that stuff are adjusted. It's a little bit different. Now, speaking of Alex Leatherwood, because I actually have done some work on him, so I'm ready for this.
Good.
So
Ooh.
Alex Leatherwood,
man,
Alex Leatherwood is a big, strong guy. Alex Leatherwood actually has a lot of potential. Alex Leatherwood is a guy that has technical deficiencies because at times he's slow out of his stance and he misplaces his hands and he gets his feet too close together and loses balance. So I think he's still a first round talent type of guy. I think that he needs work. He needs to be coached up. I think that he has the raw materials, but he's inconsistent with his techniques, and at times he gets beat. But also, if you look at some of his tape, and I have, at times you see him actually really choking and handling defensive ends. So you see both dynamics in this game.
Message. Yeah, that's good. So you will put him basically at left tackle, and you will keep my guy Tyler Smith at left guard, and then you're working on from there, right?
Getting interesting.
Well, let me say this, not to put words in my mouth, Law. What I would do is this: I would bring him in, I would evaluate it, right? And that's a great question. I would evaluate it. What I would have done is not cut Avonte Collins. Right, that's the first thing I would not have done. Right, I ain't trying to be messy to start off, but I would have kept him because of how he looked these first preseason games. What I would do with Alex Leatherwood is I would bring him in, see how he looked. I think he's more comfortable playing right tackle, and it's easier to play right than left. So I would trust him more at right, and then put Tyler Steele at left if we were bringing him in to start. That's what I would do.
Okay, so it was a misassessment. It was a misassessment for me seeing all of those things negative about him and the reports at the Raiders land. It's just that his hand placement, feet too close together. He just need to get those nuances together, and he would be a better tackle in the National Football League. And of course, I saw him at Duke Manyweather's camp as well. So he's a Duke Manyweather guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's a misplacement on your part, Law.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this too, Law. I don't think it's a misplacement on your side of it. I think that, some of the things are true, right? Some of the things are true about his failures. But what I see when I look at him, I see a young guy that hadn't been coached well. I see some of the same things that I saw with Tyler Smith coming out of Tulsa. A strong, athletic, big physical dude that just really, on some levels, his coach failed him in college because he didn't help him clean up his hands. He didn't help him clean up his footwork. And that's the offensive line's coach job. That's the guy that has to identify and help you tighten up your game when you have the physical ability. And so he has the physical ability. Now, here's the thing I don't know, Law. I don't know mentally how he is. I don't know his personal work ethic, right? I don't know how he gets along with teammates, right? Because those things also are factors that could cause success or failure. So those are the things that I don't know.
Yeah, because the media was killing him. But
they were.
I don't trust the media. I don't trust them and I don't trust crowds because the crowds didn't.
And cover for me real quick, boss.
The crowds didn't want curse. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm very careful to go with what the crowd is saying.
Hey, put the dog up when Big Game James talk, because I already know what he's about to say. But go ahead, boss.
Is he already showing it, dog?
Yeah, already. Go ahead, put the dog up. Go ahead, Big Game. What's he gonna say? Go ahead, Big Game.
Listen, bro, listen. That dog is me now too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm with you, Big. That dog is me and you now, dog. I feel you. What's up, Big? What you got?
I mean, I'm not tripping off the Alex Leatherwood thing, like left tackle. I mean, they put him at right tackle. This is what I'm gonna say. I'm not an offensive lineman, so I could just be totally wrong, but I'm still gonna voice my opinion about it. Amen. I don't want Terrence Steele moving to the left side. I think he's a right tackle. Duke Manyweather said he's a right tackle. He has been more effective on the right side. Let him grow on that right side, and that's the biggest thing that I want to see more than anything else. Let him grow on the right side.
Got a live mic.
Yeah, I turned him off. I turned him off.
Okay, good.
Okay, here we go. That was like, what's going on?
That was
man, Twilliquist, man.
OC out
right,
there whooping kids.
That was dope.
OC
I was saying two things.
OC up there whooping kids, cooking food.
right.
Don't forgot his whole mic on. God dog,
but you know what I'm saying? I just don't want. I don't want Terrence Steele. I don't want Terrence Steele moving to the left. I know, boss, you mentioned him going to the left. OC just mentioned him going left. No, I want Terrence Steele stay on the right. That's where he beat out La'el Collins. That's where he was really good at. And let him grow and let him be that. And especially when he got some good work at camp. You know what I mean? Let him grow in that and let him be great at that. It's tired of them. This team flip flopping these guys left and right. 1 minute he a left tackle, next minute right tackle, next minute he right tackle, then he's a left guard, then he left guard. Then man, come on, man, let these guys figure it out at one position and be great. Y'all got Tyler Smith. I see what y'all was trying to do with the guard tackle thing. I ain't tripping because we knew eventually he was going to go at tackle. We understand that. So I ain't saying don't kick tires with Alex Leatherwood. But if you're going to do that, I still feel like you need to just go ahead and put Tyler Smith at this left tackle. I know he didn't get no daggone reps. He's coming off that ankle injury. I'm nervous about it, but I feel like they're going to do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because they hard-headed. They're going to just try to prove that we was right at him at left tackle. Right. Look at him turning up. See, we was right. I told you we was right at him left tackle. He's going to be great. So, it is what it is, boss.
You're right.
No, I mean, and it's mainly now I'm even more, committed to him playing the left tackle position. I'm talking about still.
Wow.
Mainly because of what you said about Jerry Jones on this tweet right here. And you already mentioned it, but I'm going to kind of echo it a little bit. And then, we can all kind of debate this out. So, like what you posted, bro, was so 100. So you say, so you going to start rookie Tyler Smith out at left tackle with no reps and a high ankle sprain, and we know those things take forever, and the risk of injury is greater if not fully healed. Roger that 80-year-old GM, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know it was a high ankle sprain until I saw your tweet.
Yeah, he slipped out and said it today. He said it was a mild.
Yeah, he slipped. And he slipped. Yeah, because they was downplaying it because you remember how they were in the media, boss and law, how they were like, oh, it's just a little ankle injury. He'll be okay. It's nothing serious. But first of all, when we looked at that play where that was the possible injury, you knew damn well when you first looked at that, like, oh, he going to be out for a little bit just by the way he fell on that ankle. And so then just like you said, Law, everybody, they were downplaying down. Then he slipped out. Oh, it's a high ankle. Okay. Now we know it's a high ankle. Now, okay, it's a high ankle sprain, and he's a left tackle dealing with these defensive ends coming at him like that. He's got no reps at left tackle. People like, oh, he played left tackle his whole life and in college. Man, college and pro are different. We just seen you guys had just posted film of the two, Trevor Penning and somebody else, getting worked. They were top draft picks. Charles Clark getting worked, and they have already got reps. They've been playing in training camp, so we're gonna think Tyler Smith's just gonna jump out there and just gonna do all this crazy stuff with a tender ankle, dog. And what if he hurts it more? Then what you gonna do? What if he goes out there, falls wrong on it, and it's tender, and then you see what I'm saying? Look, they're gonna do the Josh Ball, Matt Lewesko thing because they want to be proven right. So they will roll out them guys until they get whooped up on, just like this Law with the receiving corps. They want to be proved they right. So they're not going to touch it until it goes bad. And then that's when you might see the rushing of Michael Gallup if them other receivers are getting shut down and we ain't getting nowhere.
Facts, bro. And see, that's why I knew we really ain't having no fight on this. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew this was going to be a hard debate before the high ankle sprain. But now that we know that it's a high ankle sprain, bro, we got one option at this point. In my opinion, we can't trust Ball over there. And you can't trust Matt Lewesko. Or whatever his name. You know what I'm saying? Matt. You can't touch Matt. Matt. See, because I had a shoulder separation. I know how them things go. I had to have surgery to correct me, dog. You know what I'm saying? And my shoulder will pop out at any moment. I could go 3 games where it's going great, and boop, it'll pop out. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And you can't play when that thing. You got to do like Lethal Weapons. Riggs. You know how Riggs, he had to go, he had to get down. Then pop that thing. Yeah. I did that too, man. Like, real talk. I actually popped my shoulder back in before it kept playing like a big dummy. And I had the worst game of my life. That's my favorite movie, though, too. Lethal Weapon. Yeah, that's a cold movie. That is a cold movie. That is a great movie. Hey, and Danny Glover, that's Danny Glover only line in that movie, too. Riggs! But that want me, I want to bring up something else with that, too. What's that? that I've been seeing, unless the OC, you had some on that because we was kind of getting through that left tackle still thing. Did you have anything on that? Because I wanted to go through something else real quick, unless you had some on that OC. Did you have some on that? Oh, hold on. I turned you down because of the. Okay, go ahead. I'm
Can you
sorry.
hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you good.
Okay, I echo what you guys were saying. What I heard you say in particular, Boss Cowboy. You can't put Josh Ball there. He's like the cake that's not quite ready. You take it out too early, and it's gooey in the middle, right?
Yeah.
He's not quite ready. So he can't be the answer. Matt Waletzko can't be the answer. So you don't want to move still. I agree with Big on that. It's not the ideal situation to move still, right? But unless you're committed, which I think the Cowboys are to a degree, of trying out Tyler Smith at the left tackle position, then that's your best play unless you're going to bring in somebody else. And I think that, like we were talking about yesterday, Boss Cowboy, on the show we did, that look, you're going to have some ups and downs with Tyler Smith. Just go ahead and factor that into your budget. Put that into your budget.
But
You're going to
OC,
have a little bit of
I don't know
up
if you
and down.
heard this though, OC. He got a high ankle sprain, dog. Did
Allegedly.
you know about that?
Okay, if you got,
Okay, yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But Jerry slipped that out.
well, if he has a high ankle sprain, then he's not ready to move in space. He needs to heal up, right?
Right.
And you got to do something different.
So how you go get him ready if he got that?
2 weeks.
You,
No
you
reps,
don't
OC.
get him ready. You don't get him ready with a high ankle sprain because he can't kick and plant on his foot.
Right.
If you got a high ankle sprain, you can't kick and slide your feet very well. It's very hard. I played with one. I actually had surgery on my left ankle, and I tried to play with that thing. And guess what, Boss Cowboy? That UT game, I came out the game at halftime because I popped it. I tore the ligament.
Yeah. It had you playing real.
I wasn't playing boo-boo though, boss.
They wasn't
But
boo
that's a hater
but
move,
you
man.
wasn't yourself, bro. Come on, man.
I
I know
wasn't.
you ain't never
I
boo boo,
wasn't.
but I'm just saying you wasn't yourself. You know what I'm saying? I know how you
Right.
played left tackle, and you was going up. I remember that game, bro. That was a hard game on your ankle. Me and my dad was talking about that game. I remember that game.
Well, what I'm saying is this, to your point, Boss Cowboy, you can't operate in space well with a high ankle sprain,
Right.
especially playing tackle. You can't. So he has to heal, and now you got to bring in some other kind of factor or solution to that left tackle position,
Still.
which brings me back to, what do you do to secure Dak's blind side? You don't want to move still, right?
You got
But what
to.
do? You're gonna put Ball there. If you put Ball there, you're gonna have to run 11. And 11, that tight end is not leaving. He's double teaming that defensive end with Ball. That's what you got to do if you want to put Ball there.
Yeah.
Realistically, that's logically. Politically, what would they do? The Cowboys.
Man. I talked about
Great
that today,
question,
Law.
Bob.
I talked about that today, and I talked about them being reverse cheat. Okay.
Right.
And I was saying on reverse cheat that when we spend draft capital on somebody, or when we spend money on people, we then feel like we have to use them and we force them out there. I.e. Ezekiel Elliott versus Pollard last year on that torn PCL. You know what I mean? Where we all know in hindsight, we was all like, what? He had a torn what? But y'all still was putting them out there because you paid for them. So if we talking about the way the Dallas Cowboys move, and we look like, in my opinion, Law, and you tell me if you think I'm tripping, if I'm looking at recent history, they go still want to put him out there like he's our first rounder, even though football is tough. You got to tape that ankle up and go. I see them doing that.
Yeah, but it could be all. It could be that too. It could be a lot of
Good.
smoke
That's
and
a good point,
mirror.
Yeah.
Week one,
Good
they're
point,
going to
Law.
roll out because also within the confines of a press conference, your guy, your boy, Mike McCarthy said that Tyler Smith got 60% of the plays or in practice at left tackle. Now, if 60% is higher than 40%, so that's majority. And he said that from his recollection from the interview today on 105.3 The Fan, Jerry Wayne said, we're going to play our first round talent. It wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. First round talent is going to get out there. So now I can contextualize everything is going to be Tyler Smith, Connor McGovern, Tyler Biotish, Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele. We all banged on the table, run the ball. Week 1, we gonna run the ball. Can you push off on a high ankle sprain, DOC?
Yeah, you can push off on it, man. It's just hard on your balance, man. So you got a good initial pop, but when it comes to driving your feet, if that ankle hurt, you ain't gonna drive your feet that well, but you still gonna be strong. Which Tyler Smith is super strong at the point of attack anyway, so he's gonna swallow his guy up in those first 2 steps. But if you talk about going up to the second level and changing direction, stuff like that, that's gonna give him problems right now.
Yeah.
Well, power run.
I hate the plan, and I just want to be straight up about it. I don't want to sugarcoat it. I don't even want to have no hope and optimism that don't make sense to me. And just being real, I'm really trying to be very forceful in my opinion that don't do that to your young tackle. That's just me. Maybe people disagree with me, but I want to yell, don't do this to your young tackle, Dallas, because you paid for him. Don't do it. He is likely trending to be a top guard, so don't mess him up. Don't. Go with the guy who showed that he got the pedigree, Dallas, to handle this tough situation, and that's Steele. Even though it's not perfect, Dallas, it is.
No.
You got two dollars on that one.
That old thinking dog.
Can't do it. Yep, not doing it. Don't want to do it. Don't do it. Don't do that. Let this man. You keep on wanting to. Dog, let him be great at right tackle. Terrence Steele could be a dog right tackle. Let him be great there. Listen, I feel what you're saying. Boss, about Tyler Smith, but you knew they were going to put him at tackle. When they picked him, he was not going to be the guard of the future. He was end up going to be the tackle.
Agree.
And we were already talking about that, so we knew he was going to go to tackle. And this is just for Jerry to say,
don't be punching him.
We want to prove everybody. We already want to prove everybody right. We already talked about it because if he plays good a few games, they're going to be like, see, we told you he's good at tackle. We told you we were right on this. So I'm just worried about the ankle. If you slipped up and said a high ankle sprain, and I seen how he got mashed on it when they showed the play that it was possible, that's the only thing I'm worried about. OC has already talked about it. And here's the thing. We're going against Tampa Bay in a few weeks, okay? So hopefully he might be rested up. But he's going to be going against William Golston, maybe Shaquille Barnett, who's a dog. And if they know it's a rookie and he's an offensive tackle and he may have an injury, I hope they're not stupid. They're going to attack that and see how that ankle is really feeling. They're going to see how he's really doing.
I got down.
So I feel like
I got down. Hey, ain't no jumping me on this because see.
Wait a minute, I'm supposed to go next, but go ahead, boss. Go ahead. Go press your case, man. Okay, this is what I was gonna say. Then this is what I was gonna say.
Go jump in there.
3, 2, 1, drop it. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go.
Hey, like my guy Duke Manyweather said, and then I'm gonna let the OC contest to this. He said that, hey, it literally takes about 2 to 3 weeks for that adjustment to happen. Granted, Terrence Steele may be good at left tackle, but we're not
he had 3 weeks last year.
We're not 3 weeks away now, unless
but
today
we had 3
practice,
weeks last year.
He had 3 weeks last year, but now he's been playing all on the right side. Now you talking about putting Terrence Steele week 1?
Yeah, because he got reps from last year. I'm not saying it's like riding a bike.
Yeah, well, definitely not like riding a bike. He need to be in practice now on the left side. I don't think that week 1 you can all of a sudden say, hey, Terrence, hey, we want to kick you to the left side. That's unfair to him. He only allowed 2 sacks last year, 31 pressures. And what if I told you, like Ripley's, believe it or not, all of that came when he was majority on the left side, playing in that one game where we're playing in multiple games of them playing musical chairs. Don't do that to Terrence Steele. Don't do Terrence Steele like that. Let the man just stay on one side, man.
I love you, Big, but listen, y'all. Remember we had this same debate on the Super Panel, and I was saying we should be cross-training Steele as well as Tyler for left tackle for this situation. Now we in the situation. So we got to cross-train them. We got to. That's what we got to do. It's not my fault y'all didn't listen.
So if he played left tackle right now, boss, who would be your right tackle since Avonte Collins is not there?
Put Ball out there because that's all you got right now because they messed up with Avonte. That's another subject. And, ooh, don't get me started on that.
Well, you know what? If they do that, then I'm definitely that offensive line gonna get their head beat in.
So, OC, how you gonna sit back and watch all these DBs fight?
Oh,
this
say
out?
feel me. Come on, OC. OC, we was
How
on
you
this,
gonna watch all the
OC.
DBs?
Come on,
You
OC.
ain't
Stay
just
with
been
us.
silent,
Go
man.
ahead,
You
put
gotta
some
go
on
on
it.
Don't let
Put
that
some
pressure
in
get in
there,
there.
man.
Don't
Put
let
some
that
in
pressure
there.
get in there, OC. Talk to him, OC.
Talk to him. Talk some
Listen,
sense into that boss over there.
Talk to him, OC.
Listen,
Man, please.
I'm laying back in the cut. Let all you boys throw your blows, and I'm gonna come in here and be the voice of reason. All right.
Okay, let's go
So
with
check
it.
it out.
Uh-huh.
Here's the deal, man. You should not have cut Avonte Collins. Rule number one. That was a mistake. You should not have cut Avonte Collins, though, how well he was playing. He was a real, true, viable option in the tackle position, right or left, because he primarily has played on the left-hand side all of his career, especially with the Minnesota Vikings. So that was a bad move, okay? That was a political, just bad move. Number two, if you're going to take the lesser of two evils, which right now you're in a situation, if you're not going to play Tyler at left tackle, which I don't recommend with the high ankle sprain and a guy that has no pro game experience playing the left tackle position. I don't recommend you doing that on a televised game versus a Super Bowl contender like the Tampa Bay Bucks. You're setting him up for failure. You don't want to steal his confidence. You want to give him confidence. You want to put him in situations where he can have success early to build his confidence, okay? Two, I'm almost done. So this is now what you do, okay? Now, what you need to do in this situation, which is a situation that's got out of control based upon the decisions you made with your personnel, all right? It's a situation now, all right? A situation. So this is what you need to do. You need to move Terrence Steele's butt right back to left freaking tackle because that's your best bet to protect Dak's blind side. He played well besides that Denver Broncos game. He was more than serviceable besides that Denver Broncos game. That was his first game at left tackle. He did a solid job. Do I like him better at right tackle? Yes. You don't got to argue with me about that. I like him better at right tackle. I'm not saying this is a permanent move. But what I am saying right now, for the here and now, move him to left.
Well, y'all gonna keep
move
fighting.
him to left. Now, here's the deal. Now, what you do, to your point, and Boss Cowboy, and also to speak to you, Big, is this. You got to take the lesser of two evils. Would you prefer Ball at left and Steele at right? Or would you prefer Steele at left and Ball at right? I would prefer
and Ball at right.
Steele. Okay, I would prefer Steele at left, and I can hide Ball a little bit. It's a shorter angle. Dak can see that pressure coming in his face if he gets beat. When Ball gets beat, let me just be honest. When Ball gets beat, he can see that pressure in his face. He has the opportunity to step up and make a play. Also, you got the front side tight end because that's the strength of the formation that can chip. You can send also a back that way to chip, and you can help the young man out. So that's your best bet.
All right.
I rest my case.
Well, the defense don't rest
now,
right
Law.
here. Let me interject.
Hold on, Law.
Objection.
Trust me, I know, but Law, I just want to warn you. You getting ready to be on the wrong side of this. Choose wisely, dog, because I got these buttons over here. But go ahead.
Closing argument for me.
No, it ain't
Closing argument
trust me.
right now. This is not.
Aye.
This is not the. Is this? Oh, I'm gonna put it on you. Do you believe that this is the final 53-man roster? Yes or no?
No.
Great. So with that being said, tomorrow there could be breaking news that Avonte is back in the building. I talked to Coach AJ. He's a guy that calls into my show, and he said that sometimes it could be the player. He can see that the player can request go ahead and get cut so they can have an opportunity to be a starter elsewhere because Avonte Collins can literally see that, hey, this team may lean on the younger guys. I need to go where I can be played or get a fair competition or a fair right to be a starter somewhere. That could be a situation there. But with my overall collective reasoning is this right here, Cowboy Nation and everybody that's listening. By tomorrow, there could be some breaking news that the Cowboys bring in a legitimate tackle, left or right, and all of this that we talked about could be for nothing.
Oh,
That's
no,
my
it's
thoughts.
still going to be for something because that person, it depends. Well, I ain't going to get into that.
It depends on who they go pick up tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to just tell you, bro, you my brother, but I got to give you this here. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it.
Are
Come
you
on.
ready? All right, here we
Give it to
go.
me.
And everybody has their opinion what to do. Go get a veteran guy for left tackle. Move Zach Martin from right guard to left tackle. Move Terrence Steele from right tackle to left tackle. But I think you just kick Tyler Smith out there, Cowboys' #1 draft pick, put him at tackle, and you're just going to have to live with some growing pains. You know, did you just have pain right there, Michael?
Let's address that.
Go ahead.
Talk to that.
Right after they call this penalty.
Right.
Ball start. Offense. Number 60. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Your thoughts?
Mentality here after having a whole training camp at one position for a rookie to get kicked all the way out to tackle. Man, that's hard. All the work he knows is inside right now.
Yeah, I mean,
but Zach Martin is a different story.
Well,
he's all in all.
But Tyler Smith played left tackle
Right.
at Tulsa. He was drafted to be a left tackle, not necessarily to replace Tyron right away. But
And he says he's most comfortable there.
yeah,
Made 23 starts in college at Tulsa. I'm looking for Avonte Turpin. Let's go down to the sideline real quick to Kyle.
Yeah, guys, I just wanted to kind of add on to the tackle conversation that you guys are having. I mean, Josh Ball, he's had his ups, he's had his downs throughout the course of this game. On the other side, even, I think Avonte Collins is another name you need to mention in terms of a potential swing tackle candidate back there behind Josh Ball. Maybe Matt Waletzko, who will see snaps at some point tonight. He's given up his only sack of the preseason tonight on that last offensive drive. But both guys kind of battling it out. But, Babe, I think I agree with you, and it seems to be the leader in the clubhouse. If the season started tomorrow, I think Tyler Smith would just swing on out to left.
D. Eskridge with the fair catch.
You guys know how difficult that is? How difficult that is to just swing on out to left? Big fella. Big E came in as a tackle. We put him out at tackle.
Do y'all remember who Big E is?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, listen.
I threw him out there, and they ate his lunch. I've never seen a grown man look so scared in my life when Jimmy just said, stay out there and figure it out. I mean,
you remember,
it's a tall task we're talking about.
Larry Allen played guard, you remember,
Right.
and then he kicked out to tackle on third down. Are you telling me we don't have a Larry
Allen and Zach Martin, those two different creatures.
Yeah,
get them off the board.
We don't
get
have
them off the board.
You
You
don't
can't
see it?
compare anybody to those two.
Like
I say
they
you don't
said
see
what
a
I'm
Larry
saying.
Allen out there right now?
No, they saying the opposite of what
Wait
you
a
said,
minute.
my brother.
Jimmy Johnson said, hey, throw his big butt out there, and he's going to have to learn the hard
But this
way.
was at practice.
Come
He was
on.
all right. This is the point. That was at practice, and
He
he's
said
saying he
throw
got
him out
thrown
there.
out there at practice. So they was working him up to that. Tyler wouldn't even have that chance because training camp is over.
Hey, man,
That's what I'm saying.
That's the bed we going to have to lay.
They still got 2
week
weeks,
one,
boss.
So that is not the bed we got to lay.
So Charles Cross
They
won't be the starting
still
left
got
tackle
2
for the
weeks, though, don't
Seahawks.
they, boss? Because they're not playing. Are they playing this Saturday, Sunday?
Man, but you don't have the physical reps and that you
Let me
had in
see.
training camp to get you prepared. That time is over.
So Charles,
Right, I feel
so
you.
Charles
Yeah.
Cross,
Now.
is Charles Cross going to be the starting left tackle for the Seattle Seahawks week 1?
After a bunch of reps at training camp to where he got his butt kicked but was able to get coached up, just like Eric Williams. There's no coaching up Tyler. He's going to be thrown out there, dog.
Well, I feel you. But there's nobody that
No,
was drafted this
no,
year.
you don't feel me.
Bro, there was nobody drafted this year that had a better run blocking grade than Tyler Smith. And we talking
Yeah,
about
and I
running
ain't
the
worried
ball
about run
week
blocking.
1.
I
We
ain't-
talking about running the ball week 1. You throw that big boy out there, and if he fold up like a wallet, you say, hey, you got week 2 to correct it. But by week 3, damn it, you better be ready because we got to get on the road from here. Let's go. That's my mentality.
I'm with you.
Trial by fire.
listen.
That's how I look at it. How y'all
I
feel?
hear you, man.
How y'all feeling though?
I hate it.
I
hate
do.
it.
I don't like
hate
it.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not.
Zach,
That was unbelievable.
Zach is Larry Allen. Zach is
Yeah.
close
It ain't
to
no.
Zach Martin.
It ain't no.
Zach thinks of himself as a guard.
Yeah, I know. Larry did too.
Then down on the sideline, we've got a 6-time Pro Bowler. It's Nate Newton joining us. Hello, Nate.
Hey, how you guys doing up there, man? Is the weather good?
Doing great, doing great. We can't wait to get your thoughts on what's going on with this offensive line. What are you thinking?
Just no continuity. Just a lot of young guys that are going against some first teamers there in the first quarter, and they didn't look good. I mean, they gave up a couple of sacks, hit on the quarterback, and is not going very well. Running game is real spotty. They're just trying to find some rhythm and get out of this game safely.
Big fella, let me ask you this, though. You said no continuity, they're not working together well, but in this kind of game, even though usually in a regular game you want them working well together, but here it's survival too. They doing some individual stuff. What do you see? What guy you see individually playing pretty well?
Mike, to be honest with you, I hate to say this, but no one has played well from your left guard all the way to your center there, and your left tackle and your right tackle. No one has played well. And it's just a mismatch of players trying to get through this, and I'm just being brutally honest there.
I thought Josh Ball did pretty good on a couple of those blocks. Even you don't think
Mike, you're sounding good, but you're not saying anything. Josh Ball is not playing well. You're sounding good. Trust me, I played that position.
Okay, big fella.
So Nate, what
Here comes the question. Listen.
about you were in Oxnard, you saw Tyler Smith.
Wait, Bill. We're not talking about 6-time Pro Bowler good. We talking about making the team good. I'm not going to let Nate get away with that. I know you played the position. We ain't talking about a 6-time Pro Bowler. We talking about making the team good right now.
Let me scan. Matt will make 68.
That boy say Matt make the 68. Ooh, Nate is wrong.
Yeah, he'll make it, but that's about
Farniok, Matt Farniok.
Yeah,
That'll
that pressure
on Josh Ball, man. Hey, come on, Nate.
Josh is not ready yet. The speed of the game is killing him. When he get into open field and he has to move his feet, somebody frees him like with a double move, he can't move his feet. And that's beat him twice. They beat him this past game, they beat him this game. I'm watching it, Josh Ball. I'm praying for Josh Ball, but right now he's not mature enough, and the speed of the game is killing him.
Nate, this is Babe Laufenberg.
Now they finna settle it. The same debate we having is the same debate that's happening all over the world.
Oh, my, turn Nate Newton off. I don't care what Nate Newton
now you don't want to hear it. Now you finna listen to this, dog.
You played both guard and tackle.
Yes.
Now they're looking at Tyler Smith, obviously drafted as a tackle, was playing guard. May have to kick back out. Tell me, what is he facing now with that?
He's facing prima donna, ballerina, quick feet, everything, all world players. Inside, where I used to play, inside is safe, it's cuddly, you can wrap people up, you can kiss folks, but out there, you dealing with your stepmama, boy, she ain't gonna treat you nice, I promise you.
I'm done, bro. That case closed. The gavel goes to Boss Cowboy and the OC on this debate. We have officially won. Game is over.
Wait a minute. We gotta let the jury decide, man. Jury.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Jury. Everybody, who won the debate? That's what we want to know right now.
In the case of Tyler Smith versus the state of Texas, Boss Cowboy.
Yes, left tackle. Yes, left tackle debate. Yes, the left tackle debate.
Tyler Smith, because I hear a lot of people saying in the chat, just let Tyler Smith start. Why did you draft him in the first round as a tackle if you ain't going to let him start? Why are we being scared to say that? Because that's why I hear a lot of people in the chat saying that right now. So leave Terrence Steele at right tackle. And the only thing I don't like about putting Terrence out there, Tyler, because he got the ankle, but you knew he was going to play tackle anyway. We knew Tyron Smith was going to get hurt. We knew he was going to go out there and tackle. We knew it was going to happen because who was going to be that tackle anyway? Because when we had Kyle Humans on the show, it was me, the best of enemies, with me, Joe Castro, and him. And I asked Kyle Humans, I said, so if Tyron Smith goes down, who's going to be the swing tackle? And I said it's going to be Tyler Smith. They're going to put Connor McGovern left guard. He said that's what's going to be.
Yes,
we got one. Y'all got literally one W on my channel.
Wait a minute.
The rest has been.
That's because you got a brainwash.
You got
a brainwash right now.
Let Tyler Smith.
Let
Tyler Smith deal with his stepmom.
Brainwash, dog. Come on,
they brainwash, bro. Yeah, they brainwash. Look out, they brainwash. Look. OC got a brainwash.
The Law and James law firm, baby. The Law and James law firm won, baby.
So look, Big, I can argue your argument too, Big. That's how balanced I am, Big. I can argue your argument too, okay? Ooh. And if you go with your argument, right, listen, I can argue for both sides. So I'm just telling you what I think, but I can argue for both sides because if you go with your argument, here's the question. How much patience do you have for the growth that Tyler Smith is going to need at that left tackle position? Because he's got no reps. I think he can do it. I think he's going to be great. I think
Right.
if you want to go for immediate gratification, you're going to put Still over there. But man, if you're committed, which I think the Cowboys might be, I haven't seen this yet, but I think they might be committed to this long-term growth and maturation. You let him stay out there, you let him struggle. And you just support him and help him fight through it. But you scheme and game plan strategically, and you allow him to tee off on that defensive end on first and second downs as much as you possibly can. Because when you get into the third,
why you gonna argue
Yeah.
that?
That's what I'm talking about.
no, listen. I'm being real. I'm saying you got to be strategic.
They not being real.
You got to be strategic if you're gonna do it.
I agree.
And I don't know if we're strategic enough to set him up for success. Because if you go to spread offense, right? You go to spread offense with these rookie wide receivers, and then Kellen Moore wants to throw the ball on 7, 8, 9 routes. Listen, no, I'm listen. Anything can happen, Big. Okay, I'm covering all scenarios.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm being real. I'm saying if he decides to do that foolery, right, then you're going to find that young tackle struggling versus some of these real slick defensive ends that he's going to see. But even Tyron Smith, he struggled, man, his first couple of years. He wasn't great. He got really good his third and fourth year playing tackle for the Cowboys. He wasn't great when they put him out there. A lot of these tackles come to the league, either the team is committed to them or either they put in serviceable people and let them to develop slow. So you can go either way with it, but I'm saying you better put into your budget. You better put into your budget some struggle time if you do that. That's what I'm saying.
But didn't Tyron Smith,
Hold on, man.
There's no emotions, no friends, no loyalty.
Straight business.
Straight business.
Put hashtag straight business in the chat.
I got some breaking news over here. According to the jury, they said that they would decide after week 1 by the head
Ain't that
juror.
something?
Drake
Ain't
the
that
Great
something?
said they would deliberate after week 1, so we gotta wait and see.
Boy,
I truly believe the big law and James law firm will win this. We'll win this settlement. I believe we will win.
We got this.
Bro. Y'all gonna have my man out there
We,
with a
hey, Law, when we see Terrence Steele killing that right tackle, just eating it up, boss gonna be like, man.
Dang.
Oh no! I'm
Right.
gonna be like happily eating crow dog. Trust me, I would happily eat that crow dog. Don't get me twisted on that. Like I would happily be wrong on this. I want to be wrong on this. What I'm saying is I don't like the progression.
Let me ask y'all this though. Let me ask y'all this.
I don't like it.
Here's the thing. Let me ask y'all this, and you know this, boss, yourself.
Yeah.
You too, OC, but especially you, boss, South Dallas.
Yep.
We already know how you rep it.
Yep. All day.
Now, you know how Tyler Smith is from here,
DFW.
right?
Yeah. He gonna take it serious.
And he's all up on it. And he said, "Look, I'm born to do this. I can do this." So this is what I'm saying. He gonna have some, but I feel like he's not gonna be mentally just fall off. We seen guys fall off in the league that'll just be like, "Oh man, we just wrecked his career." I don't believe this with Tyler Smith.
I agree.
I think he's gonna take the challenge. And he's not going to run away from that challenge. And he's going to, with the mistakes he's making, I feel like once he makes them, I don't feel like he'll be a habitual mistake maker, I guess is what I'm saying. Because when we look at him, OC and boss, don't he look like a young Tyron Smith, body-wise, the way, you know how he stands the man up like Tyron does? Doesn't he already kind of look like that? And he just got to get the seasoning.
Yeah, all
He
I
looks
want to
stronger.
say is, all I want to
He's
do
stronger.
is, and I do agree with that case that I think he gonna be out there fighting with all he has, but I think he gonna have to be the Dak. He gonna have to be like Dak was, to where he playing above himself as a rookie, and that's a big ask to me. To be honest, I don't think too many Dak type seasons, rookie seasons, happen too often. You know what I mean? Magical seasons, game 1, just a natural it factor. It could happen. And it can happen. I just don't want to bet on that with somebody with a ankle issue with no reps in training camp. I would rather slowly cook him, because first of all, both of y'all did not listen to what I said, and they should have cross-trained him. So, so it's going right back to what y'all was. It's going right back to what we debated on the Super Show, where I said, man, we need to be cross-training this dude because T. Smith is go down and we don't know when.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all stuck in that 1988 philosophy.
I mean, I was cool with because I already knew he was going to be the left tackle eventually anyway. We all kind of did.
But you didn't have my back that day, dog. I needed you to have my back that day.
That was my bad.
No, you did, bro. No, you did, bro.
I might have been on the sauce. I don't know.
Hey, Boss Cowboy. To that point, this ties in right to what we're talking about. If you can go to my Twitter page, I just retweeted it, and they talking about how Dak Prescott can perform without that offensive line, and I think it was 105.3. If you can go there, I think they just talked about this. No, this is our boy Kelvin Gray. This is our boy Kelvin Gray and Drury. I think it's a quick snippet.
But my problem is this, dog, and you want me to try to pull it up?
Just see if you can pull it up and hit that sound.
Okay, give me 1 second. You have to talk a little minute, and I'll pull it.
No doubt. So when we were talking about the Cowboys in general, their plan of action to put best things around Dak Prescott. Now, I'm not of the belief that it's a conspiracy theory that they trying to get Dak Prescott killed out there. I'm not that guy. But I can tell you that some of the pieces are very alarming. Getting rid of a Cooper, getting rid of some of the guys that he had rapport with, like Cedric Wilson, Lyle Collins. Yeah, it seems as if though they said we pushing everything in the middle of the field. Yes. And I heard your show, man. Reverse cheap, reverse cheap. Everything can be like, hey, it's because of Dak Prescott. When we can clearly see that this dude, I don't think a quarterback in history have the hands of cards that's dealt to him right now. What are your thoughts on that big game, James, in the OC?
I got the clip.
You've covered Dak Prescott for quite some time now. I have a very unique relationship with him. Going into year 7, Jory, when you look at this player and what he's being asked to do within this offense, is this the kind of player that you can see who can elevate not only his play, but the group around him to really put him possibly in that upper echelon category of the other guys that we talk about as being some of the best in the NFL?
Yeah, I think you nailed the framing there, guys, because Dak could actually play significantly better individually this year and the offense not go as far and the playoff wins not come, which is obviously Dak and the Cowboys' main goal, because he's being asked to do so much more when he doesn't have the offensive line looking out for him. He doesn't have the receiving core he has last year. I do think that when it comes to elevating guys around you, there's the physical aspect and the intangibles, and I think he's got all the intangibles to lead. I mean, we hear that from so many guys across the team, and even a couple days ago, I was talking to Will Greer about that, and he was really saying, like, that is something so unique relative to all the quarterbacks he's seen when he's traveled across teams in this league. So I do think Dak will elevate everyone around him. I think and I think he'll do it in a way that's really different because finally he had a healthy offseason. He's got a little more stability than he did the last 2 years. The question is, if you're elevating, but you're starting at such a lower level, is that elevation going to be enough? And I think that if they don't make a move at offensive line, I don't know that it will be.
Real quick, I wanted to
for the clip. We will definitely put that
real
in the
quick,
description
Boss
for fair use.
Cowboy.
Hold on, let me get a fair use thing. I'm gonna put this in the description for fair use purposes, so that obviously we all, stay compliant. Go ahead, OC.
Real quick, man, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Super Chat. I wanted to make sure you guys did the same, man. If you guys are getting Super Chats, we had Common Sense Lab ask a question about the offensive line, and he mentioned, and his question was this. The question is that offensive line or left tackle in particular is what I think he's talking about. He said, what player is going to give us the best down and distance scenario in terms of penalties? That's the question. So what player can we trust the most over there to get the job done and not give us a bunch of penalties is what his question was. Thanks for Super Chat. Coach Marv, I saw your Super Chat, man. I just got to pull it back up. So thank you, brother.
Yeah, that's obviously then again still.
Yeah. There you go.
We talking about players. Like, what was
he was talking about
question?
for the left tackle? He was saying which guy is gonna give you less holding calls, and that's
Less
obviously-
penalties.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cause still don't get penalties, dog.
I mean, he was 10th in the.
He gonna get him on the left side.
He was 10th. He was 10th in the league
He gonna get him
last
on the
year. Terrence Steele was ranked 10th in the league last year with 8 penalties
what?
on tackles, as relates to all of the tackles. Look it up.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. You know how?
No, I can pull it. I can pull it.
Pull it up.
I can pull it.
Pull it
Out of
'Cause
all
I
of
don't
the
remember.
tackles,
I don't even remember him
Yeah.
getting no penalties.
He had eight flags,
He got
8 penalties.
penalties.
Yeah. But
8
majority of them
penalties.
came when they kind of played the musical chair. Can I just get 1 year of Terrence Steele playing at right tackle so I can get a fair
No,
assessment?
I don't want to run your plan. No.
Come on, man.
I don't want 1 year of it.
This is not Obamacare. Come on, man. This is an actual.
Bro,
This is
no,
actual
I don't want to
plan.
risk Dak. I don't want to risk Dak. I'm sorry. I hear you. We went with that Jason Garrett philosophy that you never move guys and you let them be great in their own position. No, we need to protect Dak. We need to protect Dak, bro. This is not fair to Dak. It's not.
Well,
To be over there like we finna put a rookie over there with no training. No, bro. I'm not for it. I'm all the way against it. And ladies
But
and
look what we're
gentlemen
doing
of-
with the receivers,
no, ladies,
though.
No,
Look
ladies
what we
and
doing with the
gen-
receivers.
we
Doing the
a
same
bad
thing
thing
with the
too.
receivers.
And it's gonna be a domino.
Well,
Think
right,
about the
and-
domino. Think about the domino.
I know
if you
that,
got bad
though, but they're
receivers
doing that on
and
him.
average protection, you are setting him up for major sacks. Because if the receivers not get open, he gonna have to hold the ball, and if that protection is not there, he gonna get hit. That's what we setting him up for. No.
Yeah, I know all that.
Yeah,
So,
but
I don't think
I
this
want-
offense is going to be
ladies
bad.
and
I think
gentlemen
this
of the
offense
jury.
is going to be bad.
Ladies and
I think this
gentlemen of the
offense is
jury,
going to
I
be
do
bad in
want
the
y'all
first
to
few
know
weeks.
that Law and Big Game James have decided that they are smarter than Nate Newton in the playmaker. I rest my case.
Wait a minute.
All right, I got another topic.
I didn't hear Nate Newton say nothing about Terrence Steele at the left side, though.
I heard him say that he. I
didn't hear him say that.
No,
I didn't
but
hear him
you know
say
what
it.
I heard him say? Don't
What did I hear him
out.
say?
That ain't no finish.
Thank you.
Come on,
yeah, it
man.
No,
is.
what he
Yeah,
said
yeah.
is
You kept on saying, you said Law and Big Game James said they smarter than Nate Newton. I ain't hear nowhere where Nate Newton said move Terrence Steele to the left side.
When he get into open field and he has to move his feet, somebody frees him like with a double move, he can't move his feet. And that's beat him twice.
didn't
They
hear
beat him
nothing about
this
Terrence
past
Steele
game, they
playing
beat him
on
this
the
game.
left
I'm watching it, Josh Ball. I'm praying for
What's the
Josh Ball,
solution?
but
I didn't hear
he's
that.
right now he's not mature.
all we got to do is use process of elimination.
Process
Because
of
he said
elimination.
Matt was pick 68, which was what he was saying. What he ain't
he ain't
ready.
hit.
He
Yeah.
also said ball ain't ready. Eliminated, right? Those are your two swings. What's left? Process of elimination.
All right,
Steele.
so what that's
So he don't even gotta mention Steele to say Steele, because he said Steele without saying Steele because he eliminated the others. I win again.
He did say that playing left tackle is like playing out there with your stepmama. So let's go get it. Let's go get it, Terry.
All right, let's go. Let's go
Tyler,
get it.
Tyler Smith, you gotta just play around. You just gotta be out there with the stepmama, man.
Hey,
You gonna get.
but this is what I want y'all to realize. This is what I want everybody to peep though. This is how to fight. We ain't taking no shots at each other. We ain't taking no personal digs at each other. You know what I'm saying? This and guess what? They also did it. We saw the playmaker having a good debate with Cal Yeoman. This is what everybody is doing. We just should be doing this in the right spirit, even though I won. So,
Nope, you didn't.
hey, check this out. I want to talk about this, dog, because this stood out to me. This is what the Athletic said.
Okay.
And I got some comments on this too that I'm gonna kind of take us down this hole, bro. And the Athletic NFL said, how would you grade the Cowboys off-season moves, right? And he said, we have followed this franchise long enough to know better. God grant me the serenity to accept the things the Cowboys would never change. Oh, and then he kept going. He said they understand their coaches on the hot seat, so they virtually help increase it. Ooh, wait. Now, let me give y'all the evidence of this. This is the evidence, dog. Let's just go to Todd Archer. And Todd Archer said this. one name that and he talking about the media, constantly overlooked in the roster battle for swing tackle spot was, I don't know if it's Avonte or Avion. I'm going to just say Ed Collins because I'm tired of trying to figure it out. We've mentioned Josh Ball, Matt Walesko, but Mike McCarthy has mentioned him quite a bit. Now, how would you feel if the guy that you've been mentioning got cut for the vision of Stephen Jones wanting to go with those young guys? This is true, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I see where you're going.
Understand. You see what I'm saying? Now, he's been openly lobbying for Collins. T. Smith got hurt.
Yeah, you going you going with some of that. Yeah. I love it.
You like that, Law?
But
like I'm keeping it real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You reading in between the lines and you pulling out the truth.
The truth.
And you already know.
Want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
So how would you feel?
It would change my mind by tomorrow if all of a sudden we hear the news that the Cowboys are bringing back Collins, right?
Back.
And then would you be okay? Will you be able to say, okay, now you don't have to rush things around for week one? You see the talent in Collins. Look, like my guy said, he runs a 4.840. You know, he's fast for 300. 4.81. So for 313 pounds, moving around like that, good feet, good position in his body and all of that other stuff. That's cool. Well, he might have reached out to the organization and said, hey, let me at least test the waters and see if my good tape can showcase to the world and see if someone else can pull me in to be a true starter. And they probably granted him his wish, but we'll find out within the next 24 hours or less than that whether or not he will be for the Cowboys for 2022.
And I would say that's still bad from this standpoint. If he wanted to get out of here and he said, I want y'all to cut me, the reason why he said that is because he saw what me and you saw in training camp, where he was outperforming Ball,
right?
But they kept giving Ball the swing tackle reps. Me and you saw that in training camp in Dallas.
Right.
It was only 4 content creators out there. It was me and you, Big, and Scott.
Right.
And we saw it. So, and we was asking ourselves when we did that live show, me, you, and Big, all of us together, we said, what in the hell is going on at practice for Collins to be obviously playing better? And we all said this. And you not seeing him getting the swing tackle reps at practice, and they gave Ball swing tackle reps in the game. That then obviously communicated to Collins that he wasn't going to get no first shake here.
Right.
You know what's really odd, though? No, you know what's really odd, though, in this situation? I'm going to be honest, and I was looking for a comp, okay? And listen to this carefully, what I'm about to say. And I'm going to say 2 statements that I believe are 200% true if you go back and look at the film. Avonte Collins gets out of his stance and gets into his kick slide quicker than anybody on his team. He has the quickest set in terms of his explosion and just quickness getting out of his stance. Athletically, he's not near the player of the guy I'm about to say, okay? But this is the guy that I've watched. I watch a lot of these tackles. The guy that he reminds me of, just in terms of how quick and fluid he is, like getting out of his stance, like first 2-3 steps, is Trent Williams. Now, he's not on his level at all in terms of play. Right, but I'm talking about just in that one aspect, Law, is what I mean.
Okay.
And the aspect of being quick, fluid, just getting out of the stance, quick, being fluid. Man, he's quick, man. He's quick as a cat. And I'm saying, and he's strong. And I'm saying, man, you can work with that. And so it really bewilders me. That's my word of the day, bewilderment. It bewilders me that they just cut the dude, man. It really does. It confuses me. I'm confused. It's like, you did what? I don't understand. Like, and then hoping that they bring him right back, man. It's like hoping that your girlfriend that left you for another dude is coming back tomorrow night. It's like it doesn't even compute. You know, and I'm bewildered. I'm bewildered.
Let me put on this dude pass pro.
I'm at a loss for words, man.
OC, let me put on this dude pass pro, and then let's break this film down, because I want to see what you're talking about on this kick.
The OC.
breakdown.
All right, so we got the pass pro up.
Yeah. All right. So when you look at Avonte on this, man, I mean, you're gonna notice it's a jerk. It's that quick jerk. It's subtle, but it's a quick jerk in terms of how fast you see him get. It's that you see that quick jerk. It's a suddenness. It's what my old line coach say, being sudden. Like he's out of his thing. He's ready to rock. You know what I mean? He's up quick, man. He gets up quick. He gets up quick, man, in my opinion. So, and you have to watch a lot more.
I'm gonna try to pause it.
Yeah.
Once they hike the ball, see if we can catch what you're saying.
Yep.
He's already ready. You see that? Huh?
That looked about even to me.
Yeah.
Just keeping it real.
Yep. Yeah, that's cool.
We'll see on the next one.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, from what I've seen, I love his suddenness. I love his quickness, man. And there's a couple plays in here because I watched this tape that you can really see specifically. Like, man, he's out quick. And this, he's being careful not to overset, right? And that's why he slows himself down. So you got to understand there's a tempo of setting. It's almost like being a boxer. You don't set your fastest every play because you don't need to. If you jump out as fast as you need to play, you're going to overset.
There. I saw it. Right there, he was the fastest out of all four. I did see it right on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's certain plays. Yeah, ball got walked back. He got dog walk. He got dog walk, man. So so if you see, and this is where I've seen it, boss. And you may not see a lot of this on this particular film, but if you see wider techniques or where he got to reach a player, it's when he has to reach a player. You really see that quickness when he actually got to reach out there and block a player and get to him. Like when he's challenged, you can see he has that quickness out of his stance. And so that's just one thing I really like about him. But that's my opinion.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that super chat to tell everybody to hit that like button, man. Y'all are some beautiful people, man. I love y'all,
yes,
man.
Indeed, man. Appreciate
y'all
that.
Good people. Yeah, man, everybody. And that's everybody channel, too, because I know we all pretty much be having the same people sometimes, too. But I want to also then look at this, unless y'all had anything else on that.
Well, just to echo that on the opposite side, I think that Malik Jefferson, even if you use Pro Football Focus, I really don't use them as their grade, but they graded out that kid higher than most of the linebackers on this team outside of course, Devin Harper and Jabril Cox. And he got cut over, what's this guy named Luke Gifford? There's not a game that you can tell me that Malik Jefferson didn't outshine Luke Gifford. So that could be the same battle cry on the defensive side versus what we've seen on the offensive side. Sometimes it's a political warfare with the Cowboys. They got who they like, and trust and believe they like who they like. And that's just how it goes. And that's all I had to say on that point.
So, yeah, just bringing up, we got the film on him as well, man. So, yeah, courtesy of Michael Gelkin, it's no way, Law, you right, man, that you can turn on the film, and this is a cut from Malik Jefferson. But, man, you right. Luke was not no way playing like this.
Right.
In no way. Then you can even add Story Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Story Jackson, just to your point, can we just talk about that, man, the politics? What's up? Are we seeing politics in Dallas, bro?
Yeah. Of course we are.
Yeah, of course.
Of course we are. Of course. It's the company way. What do you mean? Politics? Company way. How we do it here. These are our guys. These are our guys, boss.
What kind of stuff is our guys on people that all sign their name to the ink? What is up with Dallas with that? How do you have your guys when all of these boys supposed to be brothers? Can anybody explain that to me?
Man, I don't even know, man.
Yes, easy. These are the guys that I feel like fit our culture the best and that we personally have an affinity for.
Culture. I want a coach of dudes like this dude who beating guards. Did y'all just see that? What Story just did to that dude? And
quick to the ball, man.
And you never saw Luke do this.
Never. And this, look, I'm gonna say this again because I got Luke apologies. I'm not talking down on Luke, but a spade is a spade.
Who's better.
It's just who's better, right?
It's just who's better, dog.
Right. Right.
And we gotta stop falling in love with players, man. Is what does the film say?
Right.
What does the film say? And you not blind. You saw him kill that A gap with instincts.
Yeah.
Those are linebacker instincts that you can't buy, dog.
Yeah.
You can't buy that. And he was
He's
cheaper
shooting
than
gaps.
Luke. You can't
He's shooting
buy
them gaps, boy.
He's shooting gaps, dog. You know what I'm saying? And you can't, man.
Look how fast he is. He getting there quick, boy. He's getting there when they hand the ball off.
Yeah, man. and same thing. And all right, so let's just, if y'all don't mind, I just want to take a look at the roster, and then let's kind of evaluate.
Hold on. Let me say this one thing before you go into this.
Sure.
And I ain't pointing at you, Chris Davis. I'm not. I'm definitely not. But if you can show me one game that Luke Gifford did it in the regular season, then I will hush, because you saying that, oh man, that's good and all, but that's preseason. When have you ever seen tape to qualify that Luke Gifford is that dude that sit through or shoot through the A or B gap? I just don't see that. And this is not me talking about Luke Gifford as if he's trash or anything, but this is just naturally from what I've seen out there. The Oxnard, we transfer all the way over here and practice that was down here in Dallas. You saw that when we was there, boss, and it translated out there on the field. And this is another case and situation and scenario. Pro Football Focus, who we don't even like.
Hate them.
They hate the Cowboys, and they even graded Malik Jefferson higher than Luke Gifford. So where are we getting analysis wrong? If all of us can see that Malik Jefferson is better than Luke Gifford, how all of a sudden Malik Jefferson shouldn't be on his team? That's all I'm saying.
It's simple. That is very simple. Big, what you got on that, bro? Go. Go.
Big is so patient. He's been so patient.
Man,
I've been patient.
Nice,
y'all should be proud of me.
I hate nice Big. I don't want no.
I'm not being nice.
I
Y'all
just
just
don't.
was sitting back being patient.
I like the Big
y'all know
that was
damn
talking to
well.
that media dude.
I'm
Big
just saying, y'all know, y'all ain't give me a chance. I'm just
all right, go, bro. I ain't like, who is this? Where my dog at? Let me go find my dog.
I'm being respectful.
Where
my
is
dogs,
he?
You know.
Who is this big? I want that big. That big was mad big.
Hey, like I said, I'm letting y'all was doing y'all's thing. OC was breaking down like he does on the offensive end, and I like listening to that. So I just get to chilling and get to watching. You feel me?
Already.
I like when I like he be teaching me stuff, so I just be quiet and watch. You know what I'm saying? So I just get in the mode, letting listen to y'all. But if we talking about the politics, y'all already know. This is what comes down to if you're talking about the Mike McCarthy thing, and when you're talking about Dak Prescott, how they're already undercutting Mike McCarthy again, and I feel like they doing it to Dak. This is the thing. All I'm gonna say is this: this is why Dallas don't win, y'all. Those big games. This is why they choke. When we have seen the choke gene for 25, 26 years, this is why the front office will never relegate a headstrong coach again like a Jimmy Johnson, because Jerry deep down inside does not want that. Jerry loves praise. If you don't know that by now, Jerry loves to be praised for what he does. And if there's another coach getting that shine over him, which Jimmy Johnson did, and to this day, he doesn't like it. You just heard in that interview when they sat down, Scruggs he was talking about, you played it, boss, on there, and it was talking, and you saw how Jerry was still mad at, they still talking about Jimmy. You don't want to hear that. So he's never going to get a coach to take the limelight from him or his organization again. It's going to be about him controlling everything. And when you do that to your coaches and really don't fully let them be free, you're always going to choke in games. You're never going to get over the hump like you think you are. You'll be competitive. You'll have talent. You'll win games. But them big clutch games, why are they always losing these games? And why is this always happening like this? Because of that right there, and they're doing it again.
Favoritism, dog.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
That's what happens with this team.
And it's what happened with Laia last year was Steele.
Right.
It's what happened when y'all was being reverse cheap and you wasn't giving Pollard the reps. And I mean reverse cheat. You know what I'm saying? You making budget decisions. And that's what we seeing. Collins clearly outplayed both your young tackles. Both the ones, so we need to give these young guys a chance. That's what Steven said. We need to give these young guys a chance. When Collins outplayed them, you and the media act like y'all didn't see it. That's what happened. You know, and that's what happened. And I think it's a couple of cuts I'm not gonna lie, I'm concerned about this one. I want to get y'all thoughts on this. And then that CJ Goodwin, oh man, bro, that's a special teams demon right there, bro.
Yeah,
that dude was amazing on special teams, bro. Shout out to Michael Gilkin for these clips.
Yeah,
bro, yeah, he's a beast breaking down each one of those guys that got. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but they're gonna bring CJ back. You know,
they're probably gonna bring him back.
They're gonna bring a lot of people back. Like I say, this is not the final 53, man.
Yeah, this is not the final.
They doing the maneuvering so that they can put people on injury reserve, or because they got to be on the active roster. So they know for sure 30. What how CJ is like 31, 32-year-old guy that only plays special teams. That most teams don't have a roster spot for him, and even if they do come for him, he's gonna look at his wife and kids and say, you know what, get that Kool-Aid off me, because you know what, he gonna come right on back. You know good and well.
You drink Kool-Aid, dog. I ain't buying it,
he 31, 32 years of age, though.
Man, we need CJ.
No, see, can I just say this right quick? This is the frustrating thing with me, man. This is just that's why I'm just be chilling now, man. This is just the frustrating thing with me, because when you look at the team, I don't like the receiving core. Is how they did it, and because they could do better. Right. They could do better. They could do better on this offensive line. But this is the thing that just makes me over this, is because they are so hell-bent on trying to prove and show that this is the way. And here's the thing. What they're doing as far as their roster and how they bring in the players is not wrong. I really don't be mad at how they have the young players and how they do the roster, how they keep they sign people for the cheap and they can get good players in. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at how you do that, but you don't allow your coaches to take over from there. Right. If you make them decisions and you do all that, sit back, give your coach and his staff the reins to go hard and watch it work. Because if they did it like that, I believe it would work. But they meddle in everything they do because they want to have the credit for everything. They want to say, we did all this. And that is the problem. When we look at this roster, I ain't mad at how that defense looked. I ain't mad at how this roster really looks, except for a few things. I'm like, we young as hell. You ain't spent a lot of money, but you don't let your coaches coach, and you will not get a dominant type coach in here. And if you do get a guy like a Mike McCarthy, you cut him off right at the beginning and let him know we run this, and that's what affects everything, and that's why it trickles down, and that's why you look at the failure from last year, because that top is in it. And I'm tired of people telling me, oh, y'all want to always blame Jerry and Steven, and what about the coaches and the players, blah, blah, blah. Why can't people believe that when you do that stuff off top, it trickles down and those mistakes start happening a lot in your organization, and those things pop up? That happens in businesses. That happens in life. So how come it can't happen with the Dallas Cowboys every damn year? Hey, I love being a Cowboy.
Big Game James.
Game changer.
Let's have some fun. Let's have a good time, man. Let's kick it.
Big is back. Big is back. I don't want no more nice big. Get your nice boy out of here, man. I want that big right there.
Yeah, Big Game James. But let me say this, though.
Get your damn act together.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Because in the same breath, and go ahead, pour the Kool-Aid. You can pour the Kool-Aid on me now. Ooh, because in the same breath, we got Dennis Houston, Peyton Hendershot, of course, a Avonte Turpin, and put extra Kool-Aid on it. We got a guy by the name of Marquise Bell. So at one hand, we can talk bad about the Cowboys front office and Will McClay and everybody else. But on the other hand, we got to talk positive because those boys, those 4 players right there.
But I didn't say nothing negative about that.
I'm not directing it all on you, Big Game James.
Okay.
I'm talking about
okay, don't direct nothing on me because I love all that.
Yeah,
I love what
we can't balance it all because they strive. This is what get them a hard on. They strive on the fact that they
Thank you.
They can find diamond in the rough.
That big. I ain't heard nothing.
Thank you.
He talking, but I ain't heard it. I'm that dog too,
but
big.
I
ain't heard
you. Yeah,
these fools done caught Collins.
Hey, wait a minute.
These fools cut Collins with T. Smith injured, dog. No.
Dog, like, for real, man.
I ain't I'm big. Me and you. I need a double of this dog.
Man.
That's what I need.
Come on, man.
I need 2 dogs.
Come on, man.
But go ahead, Law.
OC, Law. There's no way we should be mad every year. We should not be mad as an organization. We should not be mad we should not. But as I said before, there is no rush because there's nobody pressing these guys. And when I just heard the news of the Dallas Cowboys being number 1, worth $8 billion, and they have only won 3 playoff games. Let me throw some stats out to you right quick because I had a rant and I was going to save it, but you know what? I'm going to just do it right now. Okay, in 25 years since Jimmy Johnson has left, okay, and 96, because we had the little Barry Sitzer, in 97 to 2009, Dallas Cowboys did not win a playoff game. In 25 years, Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones as the GM, have had 9 double-digit win seasons. That's 36%. In 25 years, they have made the playoffs 11 times. That is 44%. In 25 years, they have won 3 playoff games. That is 12%. He has an overall record as a GM at 15 wins and 13 losses. If you take away the Jimmy Johnson era, he has 7 wins to those 13 losses, and 4 of them with the Barry Switzer living off of Jimmy Johnson's players. So really it's about 3 wins out of 13 losses, and that's him as the general manager of this organization. And he's 80 years old, still going on First Take, rambling, talking things like that. So I won't take the organization serious. And when I see Stephen Jones saying, I'm going to just undercut the team because I don't want to pay nobody, that lets me know dysfunction, and that's why we don't win.
Are you embarrassed? Are you embarrassed as an organization about how the team is playing?
Get your damn act together yourself, okay? We're going to have a good visit, but settle down just a little bit. I don't have the patience to jack with you today.
That's so real. That was him.
Yeah.
That was Jerry letting them know, I'm the flagship. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting ready to be free as you think you are. You get your act together. I would take all my interviews and I would take it to your competitor, and everybody would then start listening to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's exactly what happened. Independent life, baby. Fighter words. I am greatly disappointed. And today, I am. Listen, I'm not gonna fake today. I'm gonna be real today. I'm not faking. What disappointed me the greatest was how Mike McCarthy obviously was laying it out there for Collins. How does your head coach lobby for Collins and he get cut?
He's unsullied.
And you did that with a tackle need. You cut a guy who been all the way through training camp, played well in all the preseason games. Now, he wasn't perfect, and the sack that they said he gave up wasn't on him. That was a game that am I saying it right, OC? Am I saying it right?
You're saying it correct.
It was a game that was not on him. And see, I ain't got to finish because the OC already... Yeah, it wasn't on him. So he gave up no sacks. He was killing on run blocking. Where your super chat, Coach? I will see your super chat. But let me find it. Okay, OC.
Gotta throw a party for my day ones.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah,
man. See, that's for the show.
I talked about
your
that.
final word.
Hold on real quick. We ain't got to do the final word. Go ahead, OC. Shoot.
No. We ain't going another hour, but I want to hear OC on this because I did suggest him to play center.
Listen, he's not our guy because of the fact that they have invested a couple years of development into Badias. I mean, that's why. Could he actually play it technically? I think he could. I think he'll be a little bit strong at the point of attack. But I think that Badias will do an okay job. I think that he'll get a whole lot better. I'll give my final word since you kicked it to me, Boss Cowboy. But that's what I think about the center. I'm going to tell y'all something. I see dead people if we get somebody hurt based upon who's in an offensive line room right now. I see dead people. I see dead bodies. I see dead Ezekiel. I see dead Pollard. I see dead Dak getting hit in the back of his head if somebody get hurt, because we got two tackles that are not ready to play. And you cut a guy that was ready to play. I see dead people. Josh Ball is not ready to play. Matt Walinsko is not ready to play. And you cut Avonte Collins. I hope you fix this soon. Law, I hope you're correct, sir, and that tomorrow the girl that left me comes right back into the building. I pray she comes right back into the building, because we need somebody to come back into the building, because this right here, this situation,
it's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid. Sorry, you was going so hard I hit the wrong button. Go.
No. I'm done. I'm done, man. I'm just telling y'all. I hope this is correct, guys. That's my final word. I'm cool, but I hope it's correct.
Man, who was that? I like hoodie. Hoodie OC.
Now eat the OC.
Hey, man.
All you need is that
Man,
ether
who was
beat.
that?
Hey.
The hoodie OC
Hey,
was
man.
straight business.
The OC.
Man, that hoodie.
There's no emotions, no friends, no loyalty.
Straight business.
Straight business.
Ooh, all right, man. Let me go finish my final word, though. So, unless you was finished, did you have some more, dog? Because you was doing so good. I was enjoying
I'm good.
it.
I'm good, bro. I'm gonna say the rest.
Wow.
I'm good.
Man, that was juicy. All right. Hoodie OC. Ooh, put that hoodie back on the next time you do the final word, because babe, bro, somebody. All right.
Got you, bro.
All right, but I'm just being real, man. I was disappointed because, like, we all want to believe, we all want to hope, and when you see them make moves like they make, you gotta be a realist and just say that you are hurting our chances of winning championships. And you know, you don't want to also just be straight up. You want to see guys that had a chance to accomplish their dreams get a fair chance, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to feel nasty to be a Dallas Cowboy fan. I don't want to see men earn it and then it be given to other men who didn't. I'm just being real. Just because you was drafted or just because you're one of our guys. And I think it's the wrong message for you to sign because Story Jackson could have chose another team. He was an undrafted free agent. He could have chose another team. He said, I'm going to put my faith in you guys, that I'm going to take my talents here, and if I compete, y'all go do me right. And y'all didn't. And it don't feel good to be a fan when a team does stuff like that. When you watch Malik Jefferson, a hometown kid, who they said he couldn't diagnose a defense, and he came in and he was doing everything that they said he couldn't, including spring the key block for Turpin, and was balling on special teams. And so that's the thing also on my final word. I wanted to take a shower today after these cuts because I didn't feel clean. You know what I mean? I felt dirty because it's like, and then worst of all is how y'all doing Dak, man. How you gonna have T. Smith out but play with tackle? How you gonna play with that? How you gonna play like Dak? We don't need him. What kind of message are you sending to Dak? You showing that it's all about your vision and your way of building. If it's not one of the young guys that you drafted, you can't outplay them. Because what you gonna do is you gonna move the players to the side that played well, and you gonna go with the guys that was drafted, because that's how you wanna say, I won my championship through the draft by leaning on Will McClay. And I'm just sick of it, man, because like Big Game James said, man, we fools if we think that this type of stuff don't catch up to us. We fools if we don't think this type of karma don't come back around. I don't care who you are. God will humble all of us. Ain't no billions can ever save us from doing things that ain't right. You don't have people put their whole life on the line and sign their name to your organization, and then you don't treat them fairly in competition. That's my final word.
All right, so we always let Law finish, and I'm gonna let Law do his final word. So, my quick final word is this. Back in the day, I understand people who say, man, Big Game, shut up. You be crying too much whatever. Because, see, I'm not saying you ignorant and uneducated, but when I was this diehard gung-ho, I would say that about people who say anything bad about Dallas. Anybody. But guess what? I got in the media, and guess what? I met a lot of people in the organization. Guess what? We talk to a lot of things, and I see a lot of things that maybe y'all don't see. So that's why I have a different view. Okay, and that's just the truth. I've seen a lot more than a lot of people seen out here, and I'm not bragging about that, but I have. So when I see some of those things, it makes me change my way of thinking and not make me always say, let's go Dallas every single year. Let's go. It don't matter. It don't matter what's going on. We're going to rise above it. No, I don't believe that anymore, because I see things that happen. We just heard Boss. We just heard Law. We just heard OC. We just heard them mention these things. Now, just look at this roster, and I'm not hating, because like I just told you, the defense is just crazy. But it's just funny how this offense, and you got Sean Payton waiting in the wings. I don't know how that can happen with the money or whatever, but you got a guy like that waiting in the wings. And then when I see the roster that you have set up, listen to what I see. I see a hurt Michael Gallup. I see a hurt James Washington. Then I see Jalen Tolbert, Noah Brown, Simi Fehoko, Dennis Houston. Bro, like that just, and you giving that today. I see Dalton Schultz, and I like Jake Ferguson, Peyton Hendershot, but they are rookies. You throwing a lot of rookies and young players that we don't know anything about, and you're saying be a miracle worker because you paid them all that money, or you the franchise, make it work. You get what I'm saying? And then you're kind of doing that to your coach. Oh, well, we ain't get you like this guy, but we like this guy because we picked him, and you just gonna have to make it work, huh? And then when it don't work, you know what the organization gonna say? We young, we building. It's okay if we lost. See how they setting it up? Y'all ain't gotta believe me. That's how I feel though. You don't gotta like what I say. I don't care. Okay, I don't care what you don't like what I'm saying, but that's how I feel, because I don't like how you're doing the quarterback right now. I don't like how you're doing the head coach, and I feel like you're setting them both up for failure for this year. And then when it goes down, y'all as the organization be like, well, look, we got all these young players. We're trying to build for the future. It's always going to be building for the future. No, we want it now. Right. We want a Super Bowl now. Y'all keep on talking about the future every year. We building. When y'all gonna make it happen? With all that building, because y'all keep on building and saying it's not the sexy way, because you said to Stephen Jones, it's not the sexy way, but we believe in it. But y'all been doing it this way, and it's still crashing. So where are we figuring out? Because y'all keep building, and we ain't winning. That's my final word.
Well, that was some deep words by Big Game James, the OC and Boss Cowboy, on the collective sum of this team. I don't know what this team would finish at. I don't. But I can tell you that from what we can see, that there are some things that's still different from what we seen 5 years ago or 10 years ago. So I get it. It seems and it appears that Mike McCarthy got his back against the wall. Dak Prescott, he's the only quarterback on this team. Normally they say if you got two quarterbacks, you got none. Well, you only got Dak Prescott now. And I truly look at this collective roster that they about to do something. They about to make some type of moves to bring in another quarterback to help out. They about to bring in some type of move to bring in some more guys to help out on this offensive line. But right now, we just can't see it, so it's hard for us to describe it. Now, granted, Big Game James have some valid points. It's been a many of years that we have underachieved. it's Super Bowl or bust, but at this point, can we at least get back to the playoffs? And I really encourage you guys to listen to what Mike McCarthy encouraged Jerry Jones. Remember the playoff. Remember the playoff. They were physical. We worked. So hopefully, man, the Cowboys get back to physicality. Everything that we described shows and point toward that this team should run the ball more versus passing, because you don't have a James Washington. You don't have a Michael Gallup. You have a freaking undrafted rookie free agent as a wide receiver that we hoping on. And on top of that, a third-round draft pick wide receiver, Jalen Tolbert, and CeeDee Lamb, who never been a number one wide receiver. So those are a lot of things that we can pump the brakes on and say, man, what is this team doing? But we have to wait and see. That's all my thoughts on it, Cowboy Nation. Let's go.
Let's go. I still love you, Cowboys. I just have to spank you today. I just have to spank you today, man.
Hey, like I said, hey, boss, like I said on my Twitter, I love my Cowboys. I just don't love that leadership.
Right.
I've been really in the field, I love the feel lately. I just wanna run.
He was here before they were, wasn't they, boss?
Don't need no deals, I make the deal.
He was here before the Joneses, though, right? So
we was here before the Joneses. Yes, we were. Yeah. And we gonna be.
So we love our Cowboys. I'm gonna let everybody, all y'all know, I love my Cowboys. That's why I get so heated into it. That's why I get so passionate into it, because I love my Cowboys. If I didn't love my Cowboys, I wouldn't make a rant. You feel me?
Never change, bro. See, because there's a lot of people scared to say what you saying. I ain't scared to say it. You know what I mean?
I know you ain't.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it needs to be said. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day,
chats on the next episode. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man.
He going live in 5 minutes. You good? He going live in 5
I'll be
minutes.
back in about 10 minutes.
He going live in 5 minutes. He going live in 5 minutes.
The Law Nation Report breaking news.
I'm gonna look. Soon as we get ready, as soon as we done, it's gonna be like Law Nation live. Know it. That man never sleeps. I respect the grind, baby. I respect the grind.
My baby. Yeah, we up out.
All right. Yeah, we out, man. Good show, y'all.
And hold on, I gotta hit
Good
that
show.
off button. So we say, man, this mother.